20 years. And the root system of a mature oak tree can total 100 of miles. So the roots of an oak tree can be from here to the airport, or even further. That's how far these oak trees' roots grow, right? And the root system, at the beginning of an oak tree's life, the most of its energy is spent on roots development. With little growth above ground, the root deep underground seeking a dependable supply of moisture. So it takes moisture, clean moisture, and a good soil for an oak tree to grow. And also, when two trees of the same species, there are different types of oak trees, but if their two are together, the same species can grow side by side, and guess what? They share root systems. So if one root is lacking water, they feed it. The same root can touch and grow in between that one and feed the root if it's lacking water. Very clever, isn't it? A tree, okay? The dangers of an oak tree. The dangers of an oak tree are poor drainage, trenches, and pavement. So if they have not good water system, if they're concrete, not good soil, they die. They're not good or strong anymore. And the oak trees depend on the balance of moisture and air and nutrients to live. So I would like all of you to stand. Please. So, remember, we spoke about the spiritual realm. Remember, the spiritual realm is more real than the natural we live in. So, I'm here touching apostle. In the spirit, it has already happened. And now it's being manifested in the natural. But it's more real than what we feel or touch. That's why sometimes when God shows us bad dreams, it's for us to pray against it so it doesn't manifest in the natural. You dreamt somebody got knocked down, God said pray against it because it can and will manifest in the natural realm. So I want everyone to close their eyes, please. Close your eyes. And I want you should be seeing black right now, black. And you have a seed in front of you. And that seed is someone who have hurt you. You seeing that person? You should be seeing that person in front of you right now. And now, that seed, you're going to plant it in a soil. So you planted it. You cover it up, and that person that hurt you, the more they hurt you, you remember how they hurt you, how they lie upon you, how they, after everything you helped them with, they didn't have food in the house, you give them food and they talk bad about you. They hurt you. The more you hate them, the more that seed grows. And because they hurt you and you hate them, the more you hate them, the quicker they grow. Because remember I told you, the spiritual realm does not follow the scientific rules of the natural world. So what would take 20 years for a mature oak tree to grow can take you a day, depending how bad you hate that person and you don't forgive. And you know what is watering this oak tree to grow? Unforgiveness. The more you hate them, the more they're growing. And for those of you who have not forgiven in over 10, 15 years, you have a mature oak tree. This oak tree is so big, it's bigger than the Empire State Building in New York, in the spirit. The same person do more than one thing to you, guess what? They're sharing root systems. But then, it's not only one person that ever hurt you. You probably have 5 or 10 people that hurt you. So guess what? In the spirit, you got about 10 to 15 oak trees in your life. And these oak trees are big and they are huge. And they are growing and they continue to grow because you're feeding them with anger, hatred, and bitterness. And these oak trees in the spirit are preventing you from achieving things in life. You're cheering them acting out, you don't know why. Guess what? You got open door and you got big oak tree in the spiritual realm. You're living paycheck to paycheck, even though you're paying your tithes, you have unforgiveness, but Satan robbing you under that. And these oak trees are huge. But then, here comes Christ. He is the pavement. And he's the one that's uprooting these oak trees in the spirit. He is the one that is asking you to come. Whoever it is you have in your heart, I want you to come in the front right now and we'll pray for you. Whoever has hurt you and you can't seem to get over it, you have a big oak tree in the spirit and God wants to uproot it. Don't be ashamed. We're not here to point hands, laugh at you or nothing, because even though God gave me this word, I had to go through the same process. I had to go through the same thing. Who hurts you? Who's preventing you from moving on? How much oak trees it is that you have in your life that you can't even breathe. Sometimes you're there, you feel heavy. Sometimes you feel short breath. Because you have so much oak trees in the spirit that taking up your oxygen. These people are not worth it. Trust me. No matter how much they hurt you. My father was never there for me. At the age of 7, my father pulled a gun on me because I hid his cigarettes. Because I didn't want him to die. They taught us in school, cigarettes kill, and I said, Daddy, I don't want you to die. He pulled a gun on me to give him back his cigarettes. He haven't been there for me. But I let him go because I refused to go to hell. Who are you that have all of these oak trees taking up space in your life? Cry it out, bawl it out, scream it out. You cannot have a breakthrough unless a breaking takes place. And breaking comes with hurt. A breakthrough comes with hurt. You have to go through it. You can't expect it to come easy. As I will be lying to you. Prophet Wilbur, I would like you to come as well to help us pray. A broken spirit, a contrite heart, you are not despised.
In your wisdom has said that if we forgive not men their trespasses, neither will the Heavenly Father forgive you. And Lord, I take that to understand that if you don't forgive us, it means our sins are still on our lives. And you said no sin shall enter your kingdom. We want the sin removed. We know that the Lord Jesus died, shed his blood, rose again for our remission of our sins. God, it cost you everything to bring forgiveness to us. Now, Holy Father, we give everything. Forgive the ones who have wronged us. We ask, oh God, Lord, as you have forgiven us, give us the grace to forgive. Let there be a breaking through. Our lives have not been what it should be. We know the plans you have for us. You said, God, that you would do a new thing. Let this new thing start now as you transform our lives. Let every spirit be broken. Let every heart be melted. Let every mind give way. You sacrifice your all. Heaven gave up its glory to come to earth. Lord God, to accept the shame of earth, the shame of man, that in exchange you can give us the glory of heaven. And as we receive it by faith, so Lord, call us now by faith, God, to release every life, God, that has ever wronged us in any way.
Hallelujah.
From the day, oh God, of our growing up, Lord, in remembrance, some of these are people we have lost.